So it's going to be a very busy first half of the year to the lead up to qualify for the Olympics later on this year. So we're out and about, and the first place has been Italy. So I've really enjoyed it. It was a really good training camp. Different styles, different puzzles to figure out, and it's just what I need to get me up there. You know, boxing with the big names.
So who was on the camp? Obviously, you're there with GB, but who else was there?
So you had a few other countries down there. It was a multi-nations camp. So obviously you had Italy, you had Poland, Finland, and a few other countries, which I've done on the top of my head. But those are the two that I know from the top of my head. But it was just good because it was just a good different range of styles to work against, and it was competitive, just what we needed.
Are there any names? You know, when you go on these training camps, so you're looking around and thinking, right, I've clocked you now. We've not met before, but anything can happen going forward now, and it's a massive year for everyone. Is that what these camps are all about, or do you just block that out and just get on with trying to better yourself, if you know what I mean?
For me, I think it's a mixture of both. I go in there and I do better myself. I work on the things I need to work on, but at the same time, there's specific names out there, you know, in the Europeans, the region specifically. I need to sort of know because these are the guys that I'll be working out and I need to beat in order to get me on that podium, whatever podium it is, whether it's the Olympic Games or whatever tournament I'm competing. So, to be honest with you, I'm not very good at names, but I'm very good at faces. So there's a few countries that I know that I need to keep my eye on, and I need to spar. And I did actually have a few rounds with them in Italy.
Mm.
For example, the Croatian and the Italian as well. So these guys are the guys that I need to, you know, understand their styles, know how they operate, because at the end of the day, these are the guys that I need to beat in order to get myself to the podium. So it's very important I know who my competitors are, and I do my homework.
So, is there any downtime when you're on these training camps? I mean, it sounds like where were you again? It sounds like it's a lovely place you were and everything else. So, are you confined to barracks as it were, or do you get to have a little mooch about?
Yeah, so the place that we went, actually, I've never heard of it before, but it's the it's the sort of the Italian center for the boxing, a bit like for us up at Sheffield.
Yeah.
So it's in Assisi, which is it's if you look on the map, it's sort of like in the middle of Italy.
Mm.
Um, it's in between Rome and Florence and all. So yeah, it's a very beautiful city, very very sort of old. It's got good architecture, churches, and all that. So we did have a little bit of downtime, and I did go out and explore a little bit because you know it's important to, even though we are in training camp and it's hard work, we still you know have times where we're able to make sure that we rest and look after ourselves in order to be able to go hard again the next day. And that's one of the ways I do it specifically. You know, I'm able to go out and get a taste of the culture. So that's one of the perks and benefits of being able to travel with Team GB and experience it that side of things as well. Now we're going up to America, so we're going to the Colorado training camp, the Olympic training ground for well in America. So very much looking forward to it. I cannot wait. America is always a place I've wanted to go, and I know there's going to be a heap of talent and you know other guys my weight who and I know are just as eager. So it's all about getting that experience for me and figuring these guys out and yeah, getting that experience. I heard that as well. Colorado is sort of like on an altitude, so
Yeah.
it's not just the you know the sparring and all that, but the runs will come into effect and everything like that because you know you have to work a little bit harder with you know being a little bit higher off the
Mm.
sea levels and all that.
It's a crazy couple of years, really, isn't it, for yourself? I mean, we know what happened with the Commonwealth Games, and that was brilliant. But I mean, it's all these trips as well and around it, all these training camps. It's just incredible experience for you. Is that what you take from all of this?
Yeah, this is it. You know, the first sort of part of my experience and my journey at GB was to win that Commonwealth Games medal. We've ticked that box now, and this is the main part now. I'm not saying, you know, I'm
Yeah.
not saying it, the Commonwealth Games was, you know, for me, it was a fantastic achievement. But this is the next stage of my amateur career now. This is the big one. This is the Olympic Games.
Yeah.
This is where it really does matter, and the reason why I'm here and an amateur. So I know I've got a very tough well, 1.5 years actually
Mm.
of learning. But I really am looking forward to the challenge. And I know these first 8 months, because we qualify for the Olympics later on this year, and
Yeah.
this is like the most important part of my year.
Yeah, this is serious business now. So just give us an insight to how it all happens now in terms of that qualification process. What do you have to do to get to Paris?
So there's 3 tournaments that I will need to qualify, and I only have to qualify in one of them. So I have got one this year, which is the European Games. In order for me to qualify, I need to get to the finals. So I need to get the minimum of the finals, get a silver or gold medal, and I automatically get that golden ticket to represent Great Britain Olympic Games next year. And then there's another tournament. There's 2 tournaments next year. So that is the Worlds. So I believe the 2 Worlds next year, or it might have been one World and another sort of tournament again that will qualify me for the Olympics. So for me, my main goal and my focus is this first half of the year. It's very, very important. I get that ticket nice and early to then prepare me for next year.